Hi everyone, I've just recently, well I say recently, the last few weeks ago, discovered 4 Doctor Who books I've got. This is the first one, the Gallifrey Chronicles. This doesn't focus so much on the episode shows, so forth, but it focuses on the characters and whatnot, like, you know, Gallifrey, the Matrix, Susan, Romana, Rassilon, Omega, the Master, Baruza, the Valiar, the Guardians, and the Renegades. Obviously that'd be Morbius in with there, and other Time Lords. Just show you a quick look at it. Omega, one of my episodes. The Deadly Assassin, the Master at the end of his regeneration cycle. Yeah, it's a companion book, really. It's quite good. And what we got at the back is this is the Scrolls of Rassilon. Now there is an audio book of this. I believe it's also knocking around on YouTube. It's well worth listening to. I think it's all this in audio book. It's about the early years of the Time Lords, and please, I don't want to go anywhere near the new Doctor. I'm out of that. I'm sorry, but I am. So I'm sticking to canon, and I refuse to accept the new one. Okay, let's forget all the nonsense and the politics in the world of Doctor Who. So let's move on. This is the Doctor Who 1960s. Now this is obviously, it's an episode guide. Gives you a breakdown of the episodes, the people who starred in those particular stories. It also has rating guides in here. Here we go, look, there's rating guides. There's the listings. Hang on, I recognise him. Yeah, I recognise him from years later. City of Death in Tom Baker. Yes, I do have noticed a few of these stars like popping up now and again. Prentice Hancock is one of them. I definitely remember, because I remember Prentice Hancock as Paul Morrow in Space 99 Year 1. So as you go, that's the 1960s. There's a few extra bits at the end, and of course you've got the toy shop, what was on sale at that time. And basically it's just a repeat in the other two, but obviously focusing on different eras. Here we are with the 70s with Jon Pertwee and Tom Baker. The 60s was William Hartnell and Patrick Troughton, if I didn't say anything. Exactly the same, but just focusing on their era. Jon Pertwee, known as the James Bond and 007 of Doctor Who. Real action guy he was. So as you can see, Tom Baker. Exactly the same kind of book as the 1960s one, but obviously, as I say, focusing on the 70s. And of course you got all the merchandise. Now these books here, the white covered ones, I read a few of them. They came out all those years ago. Yeah, into the merchandise section. Okay, so moving on to my final one, the 80s. Obviously Tom Baker is in the 80s, it's his back era, and Peter Davison, Colin Baker and Sylvester McCoy. And as I say, this is exactly the same, but just focusing on the 1980s, this. Exactly the same layout, should I say. all three have ratings in them, so you know what was doing well and what wasn't doing well. There we go. Merchandise again. I'm not a big Doctor Who collector, I will say that. But I do like guidebooks, I must admit. I do like good guidebooks. So there we are. That's the 80s, 70s, 60s, and the Gallifrey Chronicles. Okay, folks, thanks very much for tuning in. Have a nice day. Catch you on the next one. Goodbye.